Hey, everybody. Welcome, welcome, welcome to Beyond the Heart. Thank you all so much for your patience and your appreciation. So I've made a video about this. And basically, my live streaming section of YouTube on my channel is in YouTube jail. So I'm in YouTube live jail right now. I put it in a video. It's going to come out tonight. So be prepared for that. It'll explain it there. So, welcome to Beyond the Heart, the unofficial American Horror Story after show. Thank you so much to all of you that have actually made it. Y'all are awesome. And a huge welcome to my special guest star, Kenny.
Hello.
And Joseph is going to join us whenever I guess, sees the notification. Joseph, check your email because it'll come from my husband's account. Now, guys, do not subscribe to, well, yeah, those of you who are watching live right now, don't subscribe. But those of you who are actually watching this later, subscribe. This is so weird. So much chaos. And also, guys, I've made a video about it. I know that it's come to my attention that due to the fact that American Horror Story now is available on FX Plus, it has kind of screwed with my rules in my videos and in my group. So I'll also have new rules coming out for you guys about that soon. So it'll be a lot more explanatory, something easier for you guys. Okay, so I was just looking for my episode 3 review, and where the heck is it? I knew I didn't delete it. I'm so sorry, guys. I had my review right there, but I guess I just moved it along. Okay, I wanted to let you guys know who wrote it. There it is. Okay, so sorry about that. The episode was written by Manny Coto, and it was directed by Lonnie Pisteri, I guess. I don't know if I'm saying the name right. But okay, so we start the episode with a huge bang. I got to say, it has to be. I mean, Kenny, wouldn't you agree that this has to be one of the best openings to an episode of American Horror
Yes.
Story?
Yes.
So the episode starts out with Michael Langdon interviewing the rest of the Outpost Purples. And we find out that he did save Timothy and Emily from death in the decontamination room, and that Michael and Dinah Stevens knew each other. It was very interesting to see that they had met each other previously and what that connection was. Later on in the episode, I think we get a good taste of what that connection really was. But yeah, it was a great little scene to go back and just pick at. And I loved Coco's interview, guys. She was hilarious. She's so damn shallow and egotistical. She talked about how she only kept Mallory around because she didn't want to fire her or something like that. And it just made me think, when has she ever wanted to do anything like out of the goodness of her heart, or because she didn't just want to get something out of the way? Coco doesn't strike me as a person who's not confrontational. Am I right on that, Kenny?
Yeah, I agree with that. And she was really cold to Madison this episode, too. Like, she was talking to Michael, too, like he was just gonna, like, she knew he was gonna pick her.
Exactly. She has a lot of confidence about her that we've never seen. And she reminded me a lot of the Montgomery family, or of Madison's lineage. So anyway, for coming from a woman who complained about having this girl around for years and she still kept her, it kind of seemed to me like there's something underneath that. But hopefully we'll get the answer to that. And the one-liner of the week award goes to Michael Langdon when he said to Coco, I'm so sorry. It's so hard to even say it still without laughing. Okay. He said, true darkness requires a certain depth of character, but you're much too shallow for any kind of meaningful negativity. Okay, I'm sorry. That still tickles me. Okay. I totally get that. That was so hilarious. And Coco had some great one-liners this episode, but Michael just blew her away with that one. And again, Michael Langdon, his character, Cody Fern, that's playing him is phenomenal this year. I'm just really loving him. So let me know, guys, if you're loving him in the comments as well. So when he's interrogating Mallory, she doesn't want to talk about how she feels that the evil creeps up inside of her, how she feels something trying to claw its way out. And she gets very emotional. And when he tries to restrict her and stay in the room, she, mentally like bitch slaps him in the room. And of course, Michael turns into this big demon in front of her. And even she can just use her power to just like push him back. I mean, it was a really powerful, incredible telltale scene. Number one, that Mallory, I was right. Her character is a witch. I was right in my theory video. Cha shisha. And that she's really freaking powerful. I mean, the fact that he went all demon on her and she still had the power to face him down. I thought that was pretty fantastic and a very telling scene, and one that I'm going to go back and watch many times and put a theory video out on. So guys, make sure you subscribe so that way you can watch it. Let me see. So next we hear Miss Meade. She's reminiscing with Venable about her life and her past Halloweens and how much they meant to her. And they're so violent. It's so funny that I say this almost like she feels affectionate about it, but they're very violent, brutal Halloween, so to speak. So anyway, she's having this existential crisis since discovering that she was a robot. And she has these memories, and knowing that they don't exist, they were programmed into her. And she had this memory and love for this little blonde child. Now, Venable tells Miss Meade that she's family to her, but sadly, Miss Venable is not going to make it to the sanctuary because Michaels has said she won't make it. And Miss Meade suggests that they kill everyone, including Langdon, take his laptop and go to the sanctuary themselves. I mean, I'm sorry, but that is really extreme. I mean,
yes, because they have GPS in the apocalypse.
Seriously. And what in their right mind would make Venable think that she could get anywhere with the cannibals out there in a cane carrying a laptop? I mean, that's stupid. I honestly just, this girl has no sense. Poor Venable. I was impressed by her last episode when she was having this great conversation with Michael, but now she just seems so gullible. I mean, there's so many flaws in the logic of that plan. I don't understand how she went for it. So yeah, anyway, Miss Meade is really she's one cold ass robot. You don't like something, let's kill everybody is her suggestion.
Take over the world.
You seriously? Oh my god. Now that you say that, it makes sense. Yeah. Now Brock is back, everybody. Y'all were right. Take a moment, give yourself claps and snaps, because I was talking about how right I was just a moment ago. So let's talk about how right y'all were. I had so many messages and tagged comments and all that stuff about how y'all did not think that Brock was really dead, and that there were pictures of him, I guess, during filming with like the blue goo on his face. And I remember thinking, I think that's what they do when they're trying to fit someone for latex. And y'all were, in a way, mostly y'all were right when y'all said that he was not, this was going to be the last time we saw him. And he did survive the apocalypse, like y'all said. And he is one badass guy. He's got some great hearing, but some big cankerous pus going on. It's awful. I feel bad for him. And so he's heard about the Outpost and obviously put two and two together about Coco. So he's trying to get there. And so he hides under a carriage with the horses that he sees that's going towards the Outpost. He's really smart, obviously. He stops it, gets underneath it, and gets to the Outpost. And Miss Meade and Amazon Eve go out there, and inside the carriage is nobody. It's just a big thing of apples. Well, they see it obviously after they take it inside and make sure it's decontaminated and that kind of thing. But the whole point is that Brock is underneath the carriage. And when everybody is inside, Miss Venable orders Amazon Eve to go outside and take care of the horses. And when she does, that's when Brock emerges out from underneath the carriage and he stabs her in the back of the neck and takes her radiation suit so he can get back inside the outpost. And conveniently, Amazon Eve has, I guess, the code for the outpost in her pocket in her freaking radiation suit. Idiot. And so he's got the code. All he does is just have to hit it in, and the doors part like the Red Sea for him. I mean, it's just, yeah, it was just way too convenient for him. And I cannot believe they were so stupid, number one, to put the code in Amazon Eve's pocket. And number two, that they killed her off so quickly. I mean, this is just the third episode. I wanted her to last a little bit more, you know? So the
She
apple.
never had a name.
I know. All we refer to her to is just Amazon Eve. So the apples are delivered inside the outpost. They deem them as non-contaminated. And Miss Meade decides to use them in her plan to kill everybody in the outpost. Of course she does. And so what they did is they took snake venom from the snakes that had been getting inside the outpost, and they used their venom and put them into, I guess, a jar, pulled it out with a syringe and injected that into the apples, which, as far as I know, that really wouldn't be effective. I know a little bit about snake bites and venom, and it's more if it's injected by the actual snake itself. I don't think it would actually do anything if taken out of the snake and then put into a syringe and then injected into the apple. Maybe I'm wrong, but you guys let me know in the comments. It's just something that's just been nagging at me because I just didn't think scientifically it was possible. So anyway, also guys, if you have seen some connections in this episode to past seasons, make sure you note them in the comments after the video has processed, and I will give a big shout out to you in my next video because I saw 3 season connections in this episode, and I'm obviously going to go back and watch it again to see if I can find any more. Now, I don't know what the fuck is going on with Coco's hair, but they just need to stop being extra with this whole birdcage hairdo. I mean, it's just, no. Miss Venable tells everybody that they have, they're going to have a big Halloween party and that they're going to have, a special treat, which is going to be the apples. And let's see. So then Mallory is having a conversation after this meeting and saying about the Halloween party. Mallory is telling Mr. Gallant and Coco about her strange interview with Mr. Langdon and how she set the room sort of on fire and like had this big showdown with them. Coco basically calls her out for it, and Mallory can't perform the same thing that she did with the fire. And yeah, it was so funny how she made fun of her in the episode. I felt so terrible for her at that point, but I thought it was pretty funny. I noted it in my review that I said Coco calls her basic ass out and Mallory can't perform the same trick, reminding us all once again how basic her ass really is. So yeah, not anymore though. Okay, so Coco does not disappoint us guys with her hair and her ego. At the party, she's dancing with who she thinks is Michael Langdon, but we all know that it's Brock dressed in this big witchy looking mask and black dress up. And let's see. Okay, so she takes him to her room with the promise of analingus. I just thought that was hilarious. And then Coco talking about how she has a short tongue and a quick gag reflex. I'm sorry, she almost won the one-liners this year. I just love her character. But Brock reveals himself, and it's really funny to see Coco try to talk her way out of leaving him behind and being in the outpost and all that stuff. But Brock isn't having any of it, guys, and he plunges a big-ass knife right into her freaking head. And, poor Coco, happy Halloween, but not for you. Now, I'll definitely give it to the viewers. I want to note real quick that there are tons of biblical references everywhere. Even Mr. Gallant makes a note of it. And let's see. I just thought that also it was a really great scene on how Venable and Miss Meade stood up in the balcony over everybody while they ate the poisoned apples and they all basically died horrible, horrible deaths. um, and yeah, it was just a fantastic scene. And then Miss Meade and Venable think that they're, of course, the baddest bitches in town, and they go to Langdon afterwards to go kill him next. And when they get in there, Langdon tells Miss Meade to shoot Venable instead, and she does. So poor Venable is laying dying on the freaking floor while Michael is having this heart to heart with Miss Meade about how he's the one that sent the programs into her brain and gave her the idea of the poisoned apples and all that stuff. And she is based on the prototype. She's a prototype for someone who was very special in his life, somebody that he loved dearly. And that he also revealed that he was the little boy from her memories, the little blonde boy that she mentioned before, and that he made her forget because it was part of his plan, I guess. And now he needed her to remember as part of his plan. And we don't get to hear what that plan is. And I got to say that this scene came out of nowhere because it was very emotional between Michael and Miss Meade. It was very, I mean, you really felt for the two of them. They had this very powerful reunion once she realized who she was, who it was. And I just did not see that coming. And I really thought too that it was just funny as shit how they just forgot all about Venable dying on the floor behind them. They just did not they did not care about her. That was just so cold. I'm sorry, I know I still, that was just hilarious to me about how they just did not care that this poor woman was dying right there behind him and they're having this nice, meaningful moment. So now everybody is dead in the common room, guys. There's puke everywhere, and the Rolling Stones start playing from the untouchable jukebox. And this is when we finally get the witches. The camera pans to outside the outpost, and the witches are so badass that they are not even wearing the radioactive gear. They go inside the outpost. I guess they don't need the code either, or maybe it was just carved on the fucking door because that's how they do it there in the outpost. I don't know. But they go inside the outpost, and Cordelia tells Madison and Myrtle to find their sisters, and they pull out Coco, Dinah, and Mallory from the dead pile. And Cordelia pulls her supreme powers out of her little pocket there, and she resurrects all three of them. And when they wake up, Madison sits on Mallory's legs, and she tells her, "Surprise, bitch, I bet you thought you'd seen the last of me." And I don't know, guys, maybe we should discuss this in just a moment here, but that makes me think that these two were related to each other, or
So
possibly
random.
they've known each other. What, Kenny?
I said that was so random. I didn't expect her to say that to
I
Mallory.
know. Maybe since Mallory was an assistant, maybe she was Coco, maybe she was Madison's assistant before she went to the Witches Academy and then she went to Coco. I'm not sure. Maybe that's how they know each other, but obviously we're not going to know until next week because the episode ended. And yeah, with all three girls resurrecting, and then with Madison and her "thought you'd seen the last of me" thing. And this was just absolutely fantastic. I mean, I just thought it was a fantastic episode. And I mean, what did you think about it, Kenny? What were your overall thoughts on it?
Um, I would give it like a 9 out of 10. It was really good. Um, I have like a little bit of notes, just like a few points.
Okay, please.
Um, okay, so Emily and say I don't even know his name.
Timothy.
Yeah, okay, yeah. I thought they were like, oh, well, we never knew if Emily was, but Timothy has special DNA. He's just gonna die.
Right? What was
I was
up with
like,
them? They
okay.
just died from the poisoned apple. I hope that's seriously not their ending.
That was so pointless if it is.
Absolutely, Kenny. I 1,000,000% agree with you on that one, hon.
Okay, Miss Meade wears a mask outside when she's a robot. Like, why does she need to wear all sorts of masks and stuff? If she, I mean, it doesn't really affect, shouldn't affect robots.
Yeah, exactly. And I wonder why it would have. Hmm. Okay. Any other
Honestly,
points?
when her and oops, sorry.
No, 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 no. What were you saying, darling?
When her and Miss Meade and Venable were going to Michael's room, honestly, like I got a flashback to Liz and Iris going into the Countess's chambers, guns blazing. I thought, hey, they should have had two guns. They should have cracked the door open and just started shooting.
Wow. That's a great like little spot there. I never really
Yeah.
would have thought of that.
See,
See,
the
when
only difference is in hotel they were actually smart. They had two guns and they were shooting.
right, two guns in each hand. I mean, they were just blazing.
But they were both marching to go kill, like, kill somebody. It was very much so like hotel.
And where they poisoned everybody with the apples, that was so throwback to Roanoke when the butcher poisoned her colony with the
Right.
food. And then oh God,
But
murder
they didn't
how
kill everybody though,
Coven,
because
that's
they were
it.
still. They didn't kill everybody though, because there's still like some other graves, right? Like, what did they do with them?
Right? Exactly. Mallory wasn't the only gray.
Yeah. Is
Absolutely.
Evan's character dead?
Mr. Gallant is, I guess.
Yeah. Like, who's he gonna be? Kyle?
I guess now it's time for him to move into his next character. And I'm really glad to see that Coco is still alive and that we're still going to get her brilliant one-liners in future episodes. I was hoping that we wouldn't get her as a new character, that we would just still keep her as Coco, you know, Saint Vanderbilt or Vanderpeet or whatever her last name is. I don't honestly remember right now.
Yeah. Why was Michael saying, "Oh, I thought I destroyed all of them"? Evidently
Oh,
not. If there's like five of them right now.
thank you. Yes, I forgot to speak about that. And the synopsis. Yeah, Michael hotline blinged his dad, Satan. And I mean, he couldn't be referring to the witches because it seemed to me, and now I get it, that in the opening, when he was questioning Dinah, who is Adina Porter, that he was referring to the fact that she was a witch, but she was one that obviously didn't contain enough powers for him to be worried about or that could inflict any harm on him or anything
So
like
maybe he meant he destroyed all the Supremes.
that. Maybe. Because I don't know then what he's talking about. Because do you think then that Mallory is a potential Supreme, Kenny?
Maybe.
Oh, I think
Maybe
so
she even
too.
has some ties to Scathach.
Ooh, I feel a theory video coming on.
Right. Like those are like I mean, Mallory, she's pretty powerful. She has enough to take on like the devil pretty much. And
You
Scathach,
bring
like
a great
they're
point.
very powerful. Like Cordelia, Mallory, and Scathach.
You bring up a great point, Kenny. I agree with you 100% because he did go all devil faced on her at one point, and then she still had enough power to stop him and to still even push him back. So, yeah, that I agree with you 100%. Let me write that down. Write that down very quickly here at the end so that way I can Mallory related to Scathach. Kenny idea. Okay, so that way I've got it. And that way, if I decide to do the theory video, I can credit you, Kenny, because that's a good idea.
Yeah, like I mean, I don't know where she got that power from because like that was
Right?
like I would have thought she was like the Holy Ghost or something, like the way she was just. And it was, I mean, I noticed like the only time she really did something is when, not necessarily she was angry, but when she was like cornered like a cat or something. That's really when she used her Mojo Jojo Biggie power
Right.
stuff. But when she was just leisurely trying to do that for Coco, I mean, it didn't work.
And you know, that also kind of stands to some of the theories that when Madison was being strangled by Kyle, that she was too emotional. Maybe she couldn't control her powers. But see, I think that that is an inaccurate theory because now I've always thought that that should not be true. Uh,
Wait a
Witches
second.
do seem to kind of have their wits sometimes. In this right now, with
Yeah.
Mallory was able to push back the Antichrist, for goodness sakes. That
Wait, I'm
definitely.
hearing that the next week's promo came out. And they're saying it looks like Michael's at the hotel.
What? You are shitting me. Oh my God. We have got to find
Yeah,
this. Where
we gotta see this.
where would I find this, guys? I had it set up in the
AHS
comments so
leaks.
I could talk to everybody, but I think I'm gonna have to obviously screen share this so you guys can see it.
I think
If
it's on
some
AHS leaks.
Ooh, this bitch right here be shook. That's me. Really quickly while I'm going there, guys, I made a funny video about American Horror Story where Miss Venable was punishing Timothy and Emily, and I cut myself in there. So it kind of seemed to be well received. I posted it temporarily on my Instagram. A lot of people seem to like it. So I think I'm going to do one more tomorrow. And if people still like them, I'm going to continue to do them. So oh, it was just on AHS Leaks, and I don't know why it took it off of it. There it is. Oh my God. Let me screen share this, guys. Hang on one second. Hang on. I am so shook. Thank you so much for letting me know that, Kenny. Let me pull it back, hit pause, and I will screen share so you guys can actually see this too. Now, this is I don't know why I got the copyright strike, guys. It's possible that it's because I showed something in regards to it. I didn't see it in the section that they blocked off in regards
Okay, yeah, I
to the
saw the
strike.
promo. I'm already confused.
So yeah, I don't know. I honestly think it's a mistake, but I really don't care right now. Let's share this. I've never gotten the strikes before. So I'm going to screen share this and just kind of not care if I get a strike for it.
What
And
the heck?
usually they don't care whenever I show this stuff. They just make it to where I can't monetize on the video, which I wouldn't anyway. So, all right, guys, let's look at the preview for next week.
Hello, Madison.
Who are you again? The world will be saved.
By you?
By all of us.
I can sense your power.
Now, we need your help.
How can any of you defeat me when I've already won?
Since you let me die again, it really sucked the first time.
So where was
Why
he?
is Madison working at a 7-Eleven or a grocery store?
Right? And where was the hotel in there? I didn't. Let's see it again one more time because I did not see the hotel. Maybe somebody could point it out in the time. Let me just see real quick. Let's check it out one more time.
They said pause at 16 seconds. Adam said that.
Okay, pause it at 16 seconds. Right on.
Yes.
Who are you again? The world will be saved.
Shit, where is 16
By
seconds?
all of us.
Hold on one second. Where's the 16-second mark? It won't show me. It doesn't show progress bar. Oh, wait, there it is right there. It says 8. Okay.
I can sense your power.
Now, we need your help.
How can any of you defeat me?
Wait a second. That is the outpost right there. I can tell by the doors.
Yeah.
When I've already
That's the outpost.
won.
Oh.
Oh.
Whoa!
Oh
What is
my.
Okay, hang on. Let me see if I can catch it. Darn it, I can't see what's right there in front. But it does look like a dresser right there. A
That looks
lamp,
like the room
a
Queenie
bed,
was killed in.
the bathroom. Yes,
That's
it
the
does.
room
It looks
Queenie was killed in.
Kenny, you did it. You said it exactly. That does. It looks exactly like the room that Queenie was killed in. I know because the bathroom was right there in the room. And I did a
Yeah.
specific theory video
She
on
threw
this.
her up against that dresser right there.
Yes. But you are right. That is a Hotel Cortez door right there. There's the peephole.
Yes.
There is the actual, yeah. Oh my God. Dang it. Yep. And then it just,
We die again. It really sucked the first time.
you guys are so observant. I probably would not have noticed that. Wow. I just thought that that was
Wig shook.
incredible, you guys. Absolutely.
That wig is in space.
Yes, I know. Wow.
Do
So
we
I
get
think
countess?
I'm definitely going to do prediction video for episode 3. I'm definitely going to try to break it down if I can. I'm going to have little funny videos coming out, and I have my episode review already up, which I apologize if it spoiled anything for anyone, but I pay for the FX Plus, and I'm going to get my money's worth, and I'm going to post my video after I get a chance to watch it and review it and upload it. So please turn off the notification bell if you do not want to be notified when I post these videos.
Whoa. Okay, I just got a theory really like randomly. So what if it's like Michael's checking into the hotel and he sees like Iris and that's who he builds Meade to look like?
Ooh, yeah. What if, yeah, he's talking about Iris because Iris was kind of smothering, like a smothering
And if we
motherly
get
way.
hotel back, I mean, we
You
have
okay, baby?
Kathy here, so she can play a little cameo as Iris.
Oh,
I
it
don't
would
think
be
we're getting
awesome to have her
Elizabeth,
back. Yes,
so
as Iris. I'm sorry, my husband's standing over there, kind of like watching me. It's a little freaky. I just wanted to make sure that he's okay. I think he's a little too tired right now. Is there any other topics that you wanted to cover very quickly, Kenny?
well, I have, a lot of references with apples and snakes. Why does Madison, or how does she know Mallory? And why did Cordelia look like a little bit, not necessarily like scared, but she looked like a little bit worried when she saw like they were looking at Mallory. Like, what was like? Do they all have beef? Like, what's the problem? Like, they looked like they knew each other.
Right. And why is it Mallory the only one that can help them, as we saw in the preview for next week? So there's definitely something special about Mallory. I'm definitely going to do a theory video
Maybe
about.
she's a descendant of Scathach.
Ooh, get shook. That's an awesome theory, Kitty. Let me take a couple of comments really quickly. And guys, I apologize. I think I made a little misunderstanding to my admins. What you are watching right now is not pre-recorded, but what you're going to watch in a little bit on my channel is pre-recorded. So, all right. So let's take some comments from you guys. Amber is very happy. Madison Luke, it's so great to see you. They say love Fran's hair color this season. It seems more poison apple red and less orange fire red. Ooh. Raining Fries love the episode. Let's see. I'm so sorry, excuse me. Hashtag YouTube jail, everybody. Absolutely. I'm definitely there. YouTube jail. But again, we got to respect YouTube because they think I violated something, and I've been using this platform for many years, and things are bound to happen. This is the first time it has happened, so I'm just gonna go with it and just do what I've got to do to get myself streaming back on my channel. But again, I do have a backup for this occasion just in case it happened. And I'm so glad I actually created it. Alicia wants to know what the hell happened to Brock. Like, where is he? That's a very good question. What do you think happened to him, Kenny, after he killed Coco?
I think maybe he just stole some food and booked it.
But there really wasn't any food to take. There was just cubes and poisoned apples.
Maybe he tried to get some med kits or something. I don't know.
Med kits. It's like a video game. I love it.
Right.
But you're right. He probably just like pulled up a whole bunch of food of what he could find, anything that would constitute as food, and he just got the hell out of Dodge before they even noticed he was there.
Debbie Ebby said Scathach is clawing at Mallory's insides. That would be crazy if Mallory was like part Scathach.
Yes, it would. Yes. So we have no idea what the hell happened to Brock, guys. We just assumed that he just hightailed it the fuck out of there. My daughter is sending me cute text messages. All right, let's see. Coco's killing. Oh, I'm sorry, sweetie.
No, you can read that.
Oh, Adam Kidd says hi. What's up, Adam? Okay, Callie, please
Now,
stop, baby.
we can tie in Freak Show too because Rating Fries mentioned that there was a mass murder also in Freak Show as well as this episode.
Oh my God, that's right. Like Dandy
Yeah.
murdered, hashtag spoiler, guys. The way like Dandy murdered the freaks in the Freak Show. That's right.
That was so sad.
That was really sad. I was so pissed. That was the only time I ever hated Dandy.
That's the only time I wanted the witches to actually come and like resurrect them all.
So let's see, guys. Let me know in the comments if you think that Mallory is going to be the Supreme coming after Cordelia's wig. And let's see. A lot of people are very happy to see Brock. A lot of people were also asking what happened to Brock after he knifed and shanked Coco. He shanked her. Sleep well, no tell hotel. I'm so sorry, I just needed a little sip of water. All right. So I'm just looking real quick through the comments. Marble Fanboy says, OMG, what if the first half of this season is Apocalypse and the second half is the crossover? Absolutely. Well, I mean, I think we've definitely crossed over into the crossover territory now with the witches officially arriving. So I think we're definitely there. But I think it's like the image that we got with one half being the Apocalypse and the other half being the witches and this blue aura. I think definitely you're right about that, Marble Fanboy.
Pay attention next episode for if we see Gabrielle Sidibe, they could definitely be like basically going to the hotel to get Queenie.
Yes, I am so
if
excited about
Lady
that.
Gaga, I'm gonna like pass out. But I don't think so. But she's like busy. I'm getting myself hooked up.
I am keeping my fingers crossed, and I am gonna watch the opening credits when they roll in the after the opening sequence to see if she is guest starring on there, and if she does, I will go crazy. I'm not gonna lie.
I didn't see Francis's name when I first saw the episode last night. I didn't pay attention.
Ali Ross said also the line when Coco said Mallory, will you stop playing with my lube? Meaning Louis Vuitton. It was hilarious. Yeah, guys, and again, this is just temporary. And don't forget to like it if you're enjoying it, but don't worry about liking it. I am going to remove it in a couple of hours once YouTube uploads it, because I'm going to take it and put it up on my channel for everybody who's pretty confused and has no idea that I'm in YouTube jail. And I'm also going to post a video tonight about being in YouTube jail. So, yeah.
I'm pretty sure this episode too tied in all the other seasons.
I think it did too. I'm trying to look for it. You guys are so, yeah, you guys are so incredible to help me find this stuff. I've definitely found Coven, Roanoke. You guys helped me find Freak Show. I think I saw some cult in there. I'd need to go back and watch it.
Ave Santinus or whatever.
That's what it was. Thank you. And I put that in my review, but I forgot to put it together when he chanted the Ave Satana and things like that. So, Mallory is Madison's sister, says Allie. You know, Allie, I had a theory that either she's her sister or her cousin. So I completely agree with you guys. Allie has some pretty good ideas in her blog, and I'll link it into the comments after this video processes. So definitely go check out Allie's theories. Like, she has one right now that says Mallory, or Madison saw Mallory in her hell during the 7 Wonders in Coven, but lied about it to Cordelia, but ended up telling her the truth. All right. So yeah, she's got some pretty good theories. Definitely go check her out if you guys like the theory videos. Marble Fanboy says it's literally a crossover of so many seasons. I completely agree with that. And Marble Fanboy asks, what if Michael came to revive Queenie? What if he's the one who came to give her back her life? What do you think about that, Kenny? Do you think that he's going to be the one to resurrect her, so to speak?
I think he'll resurrect her. Like, I think it looks like he's sort of picking up witches like Madison and stuff. Maybe he's picking them up to basically execute them, to get rid of them.
Oh my God! Like, what if that's the reason why we don't see Queenie and Zoe right now, because they're with Michael?
Maybe, yeah, maybe
And they've
he's,
joined the dark side.
or they're like being, so to say, compelled, or in Kathy's case, programmed.
Right. Oh, Kenny, look at you pulling out those fantastic freaking theories tonight. That is true. What if like he's mind controlled them or something like that because they weren't as strong mentally as the others were?
I saw something on Reddit that pretty much basically the gist of it is that, okay, Mallory says there's something clawing inside of her, like maybe there's somebody in her, because he kept saying, "Who are you?" Well, obviously, hi, I'm Mallory. So he was meaning like what was in her, and they said, also that Cordelia was concerned looking when she saw Mallory. Also, Madison said, "Surprise, bitch." And who else did she say that quote to?
She only said it to Mallory.
No, I meant like Madison's quote, "Surprise, bitch." Like, who was the original person she said it to? And they were
Oh,
saying,
she
"Oh,
said it to
Fiona."
Fiona. She said it
So
to
they were
Fiona.
thinking that Fiona possesses Mallory. I don't know. That's really crazy. I wouldn't think so, but
Yeah. It gives me more to think about. And I wanted to say real quickly, guys, I've had a lot of people requesting to join the Freaks of AHS. And I know that we have a questionnaire on there of how they heard about the group. And a lot of them are putting on there that they heard from Reddit. So if any of you have the link to that thread, just let me know, please, because I wanted to thank the original person who posted that because they're really helping to add people to the group. That and plus we post the episodes in the group for American Horror Story Apocalypse. That's definitely gotten some high volume traffic. So if anybody knows, yeah, just direct message it to me, whichever. I would greatly appreciate it, or comment it here, whichever. I would appreciate it. And what did you say, Kenny?
I mean, yeah, the theory I read was pretty much that Fiona's soul or something is, I guess, in Mallory. I don't know, that's a bit far-fetched, but Marvel Finboy just commented, "I honestly think Mallory is either the next Supreme Satan because he escaped Mary Eunice, so he finally found a new body." I don't know. I'm so confused, though, like, why Madison would use that quote with her, like, the only person she said that to was Fiona, really, and
Right. Maybe she is actually Misty Day. Maybe Misty's soul was like out there floating and met into Mallory's. I don't know that because that time frame that wouldn't make up any sense. So, but that does definitely make sense that she is somebody important, you know? Excuse me. Thank you guys. Yes, I definitely hit 10,000 subs. Thank you all so much for your sweet subscriptions. I really appreciate that. Again, don't worry, don't subscribe to the channel that we're live streaming on, but subscribe to MaryGirl Moody. And then,
I'm
of course,
just shocked that next week's episode, it looks like we're in the hotel. Like, my wig is literally, like, beyond Mars.
yeah, I'm so excited for next week's episode.
Is that the twist? Like, actually, it's episode 4, OVCO?
It's episode 5.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So one thing I wanted to talk about really quickly is that, do you think, Kenny, that she, meaning Coco, do you think that she knew that Coco had special powers and she did as well, and that's why she tolerated Mallory so much with everything that, she screwed up and all that stuff?
Yeah, and I kind of think that's why she sort of was a bitch whenever Mallory was trying to show her the powers. I don't think maybe she thought that Mallory wasn't ready to discover that yet, so she was just trying to, be mean and tell her,
Yeah.
"No, you don't." And then Mallory also was sticking up for Coco. She said, "No, I wouldn't want to kill her. She's helpless." So, I mean, I don't know.
Oh my gosh, Marble Fanboy, thank you so much. Marble Fanboy commented that Michael talked about the 10 Commandments, the 10 Commandments, and the 10 Commandments killer was the killer in Hotel. So, ooh, there we go.
Now we just need Asylum, pretty much.
And Murder House. And, yeah. I think that would be it. Wait, word. Let me put that on there. Michael, 10 Commandments, Hotel. Okay, and then we show the mass killing. Okay, so we got that. So we got, and I know about Roanoke.
The poison apple.
Right, and then for Coven, obviously that was. So then we just need, yeah, Murder House and Asylum. And then, yeah, that would be it. Then we'd have Coven, Freak Show, Hotel, Roanoke, and Cult. Oh, I'm telling you guys.
Well, oh my goodness, I just thought of Asylums.
What? Tell me.
Okay, again with the apples. Remember Dr. Arden was trying to get Mary Eunice to eat the candy apple?
Well, if it was a candy apple, I would say that definitely does make sense. But since it's not actually candy.
It was like a caramel apple or something.
Yeah,
Right?
it was a special apple.
And maybe that could be like, Venable and Meade are trying to get everybody else to eat the apples, sort of like how Arden was always pushing. I don't know. That's what I thought, but
Okay. And another thing that I wanted to talk about before the actual stream ended is, where are my notes for episode 2 again? I'm so pissed, number one, that Timothy and Emily were killed off so easily. I hope that we see them back again soon, because if not, it seems like a kind of a womp womp way of closing out that storyline, you know?
Oh my goodness. Okay, so in Murder House, well, number one, they had a Victorian style party, which, the house was Victorian, old, whatever. Also, they both had apple bobbing.
Apple bobbing stations. Oh, yeah. That's a good one.
Pretty much.
Let me just note it. That way I'll just, because I'm going to go back and watch it again. And I guess Michael Langdon himself also is included for Murder House. So I guess Michael himself and the apple popping station can do it. All right. So that's good. So now we just need Asylum, guys, and then we are good to go. This is also awesome. Thank you all so much for for all of your help.
Brock, wasn't he wearing like the mask that I think Queenie wore in Coven?
Yeah, he was, and there was that kind of mask hung up in Meadow Wilton's house in Cult.
Yeah.
So yeah, I know.
I mean, if we can't find an Asylum thing to tie in,
it's in there somewhere.
Yeah.
I know it is. Really quickly, guys, I am so sorry, please excuse me. I want to give a absolute huge shout out to my patrons: Alicia, Mia, and baby Jalen George, Notel Hotel, Michael Mullins Wright, Jeremy Oren, Vicken Stark, Kenny Joseph, Kenny Joseph, Shane Sultan, Joseph Anthony, Don Ford, Scott Bryant, Jill Post, Ray Myers, Leah Bashford, Rez Ramirez, John Morgan, The Leopard Cat, Connor Thing, Cody Spencer, Sookie Fawn, Shane, Mike Gedney, and Debbie Ebby. And if you guys want to be a patron, there will be a link for you in the description. You can click on it and get a bunch of stuff for just $1. So,
I have one more comment to read. Tammy says,
please.
Guys, could Michael be one of the Countess's children she basically took? I mean, if they gotta do that, they gotta have Lady Gaga. So I mean,
Yeah,
if
they
they're
would
gonna
really,
say
or they
it's
would
for
have to
kids,
film it from like her back to indicate that it's her, but
I
like a
would get so mad
stand-in.
if it wasn't Lady Gaga. Maybe it's like Constance was neglecting him or whatever, and oh, she swooped in, and but I mean, by the time he would be at any age for that to happen, when the Countess didn't she die in like 2015? Michael would have been really young,
Yes.
right?
Yes. So, but that's okay though. Remember, he ages very faster. So by
True.
2014, he could have been enough age in order to go and meet up with her
Hmm.
before she turned into a ghost. Because I guess we saw that later in 2012 that he was already about 4 or 5 years old. So it seems maybe he's aging 4 to 5 years per year. So if it's, let's just say 2014 before she died, and he was born in 2011, technically he could be
Maybe the
15.
Countess rejected him because he kept aging.
Yeah. Yeah, because he didn't have a jawline for days.
Yeah.
All right, guys. Well, we are going to start wrapping up the live stream. I guess we're going to have to start making them longer, Kenny, because Casey and Maisie and Tammy and I used to say too that it doesn't seem like there was enough time to cover everything in the episode, all of the little nooks and crannies, and the special catches that we all want to talk about. Oh, there's Joseph. There's Joseph. Joseph, I sent you the invite to come on here. I apologize. I know it came from my husband's account. Things have just been wonky because of my hashtag YouTube live stream jail. So is there, before we wrap up, Kenny, is there anything that you wanted to address or talk about before we end it?
The only thing I gotta say is, damn, they didn't give Amazon Eve a name. What up with that?
Right?
It's like she didn't even have a name like, oh, Sergeant this or Guard. Like she was literally just nameless. Like what?
I know. I don't get why she was nameless either. They didn't even put her name in the captions. That's how insane it is right now. I mean, they didn't even give her a name, not even in the captions. Oh, it's total disrespect. Hashtag disrespect. But this episode was really great, guys. It had so many twists and unexpected turns and some great little twists that I, didn't expect. And I'm really glad to see. I thought it was a great episode. And I have to say very quickly that I love the fact that they are streaming it live, or excuse me, that you get it early on FX Plus, because they did the same thing with Ash versus Evil Dead, the series on Stars. The show would come on Saturday nights, but Stars would release it that morning, Saturday morning at midnight. So Friday night at midnight, Saturday morning. Anyway, so that way I could watch the show without the bother of my kids coming in to watch it with me or to wonder
And it's
why.
on at midnight California time. So it's
Oh my God.
Central AM.
Yeah, I just cannot do that. And it's difficult to watch it at night and just put my kids into bed and then race down here to watch it and then race over here to do the live stream. It's so easy for me just to watch it on the FX Plus and then
Right.
take my time with the review and everything and then to post it. And then I'm not so rushed for Beyond the Horror. So again, I am going to kind of accommodate this on my channel and the rules in the group and stuff like that. So a little bit of changes will be coming, and hopefully look out for some little funny videos. Let me know if you guys are enjoying them. Thank you all so much for being so sweet and patient for coming over here to watch Beyond the Horror. Again, once it processes, I'm going to upload it and then delete it from this channel and go over and put it on my channel tonight, along with a hashtag YouTube jail video explaining that to everybody. So thank you all so much for watching. And Kenny, thank you so much for being here.
Thank you for having me.
Absolutely. Joseph Anthony is going to join us, guys, next time, as well as Shane. And I'm very excited to have both of them on the show. And with everything that's twisting and turning, Kenny and I have some new people to talk to. They are all actually at patron level for my patron at Beyond the Horror Guest. So I'm so excited to talk to it with them as well. So thank you again, guys, for being here, for your patience and everything. I hope you guys loved the episode as much as I did. I give it definitely a 9.5. It was fantastic. All right. So thank you so much again, Kenny. Thank you to everybody again here joining us. And I will see y'all next week and in the next videos. Bye.